So you drive for as long as far as we want, and then it doesn't matter where we go.
So you'll start. You're just going to let me know when you're ready to go.
Well, it's been recording for the last 2 minutes. As soon as we drove, we're
Good
on.
evening, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. That's a perfect start. What was your nickname before Sticks? Do you remember one? Did you have one?
Well, this took a long time to work out. Kernahan is what they used to call me, but my dad was called Harry, and they used to call me Harry.
Okay.
And then it went to Henchman. They used to call my old man Henchman, and that went to me. And when I came to Melbourne, David Glascott, 2 years before I came to Melbourne, David Glascott called me Sticks because I was very skinny before I got here.
So David Glascott is responsible for Sticks?
Glaz was the one who started Sticks, yes.
Okay, see, this is good. This is what
I owe him a lot, Glascott. God love him. He's a good man, Glazer.
When you come over in 86, had Kevin Sheedy been around for dinner and you were all set to go to the Bombers, but it was a phone call from Bruce Doull that changed everything, true or false?
Kevin Sheedy used to come and he'd roll up in Adelaide all the time and want to have lunch with me, and we'd have lunch and a bowl of chips and a Coke and that, and we'd have a chat all the time. But Carlton signed me up as a 15, 16-year-old on a Form 4, and I was always loyal to Carlton. Kevin Sheedy was the most persistent. I said, look, I'm loyal to Carlton. Kevin said, no, well, I just want to keep coming to see it. So he did for many, many years. When Bruce Doull did ring me, whatever year that was, he did ring me to say, we'd love you to come to Carlton, Stephen. And I saw as one of the boys ring, he said, no, it's Bruce Doull here. So I couldn't believe it. So I said, hey, Bruce, how are you? All he said was, I'd love you to come to Carlton. We really want you to come across. I said, oh, well, see what happens. I'm sort of happy here, but if I come, I'll come with you guys. And I had to do all the talking after that. It was, Bruce rang me, I had to do the talking. But
You finally come over in 86, start of 86. Why wasn't there room for you and Warren Ralph in the same forward line, Sticks?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Gonzo he looked after me my first year there. He was good, and he used to go to the Norton's pub on the Monday night. I never drank midweek, but they did. As you've interviewed a few of those blokes, Monday night was a big night. Wednesday night at King Street was the biggest night of the week.
Your ex-teammates, the ones that I've spoken to so far, I can't believe they fit footy in.
Yeah, no, I agree. But when I got there, Mark McClure and I were sort of interchanging full forward, centre forward, and they just stuck with that.
Fair enough. In those mid-80s, the player profiles in the record were, I always look forward to them. So if you can imagine, if you can take yourself back to that time and let me know what you would have answered for the following questions.
Okay, well.
Favourite food?
Seafood, I would have probably said.
Back then?
Probably,
There's a sophisticated palate.
Well, not really. I mean, that might have just been a nice piece of garfish for the fish and chip shop.
Favourite drink?
I've been a beer man, mate. I'm a beer and a Coke man.
Okay.
Got to drink more water though, Sam.
Yeah, those are the three. Never to the hard liquor, Sticks?
No, I have a vodka and orange when I can't get much more beer down.
Is it in a UDL can when you
No, never. No,
okay.
It's usually the glass. I don't do UDL cans.
Vodka and passion fruit. Who would have thought those two went together?
That's terrible.
Who would have thought those two went together?
Yeah.
Favourite movie, around that time? Do you remember?
Well, around that time, I know, because I bet you I said that, if you ever saw one then, Officer and a Gentleman, Richard Gere, outstanding movie.
It was on Fox Classics recently.
Classic, to the blip hanger. Mayo and Lewis Gossett Jr., one of the greats. You eyeball me, boy.
At Carlton, you had Robert Walls, Jezza, and Parkin.
Yeah. Couple of Carlton greats, or 3 Carlton greats. And Parker's got a bit of Hawthorn in him, unfortunately. But
if I say David Parkin to you, what do you think about it?
Well, he's been a great mentor to me. He's a mentor, a friend. He's a bit older than me, but we're very close and had a lot of great times with him and still do.
When you decided to come, he was coach, and then by the time you got, he was gone.
Well, Sam, how flat do you reckon I was there? They've been trying to get me over there for 6 years.
Yeah.
And David Parkin got to know so well, and practically the 2 weeks after I'd signed, he got the arse. So I'm on my way over. I'm on a footy trip, ready to, when I got back, I'm going to Melbourne for Parko, play Carlton. He's got the flick. He's gone, and Robert Walls was there. And it was just, I didn't know what to do. It wasn't going to stop me from being there, but I thought, hell, I've been, this bloke I'd die for already, and I haven't even got to Carlton. Yeah, and he wasn't there. So that was different.
He got sacked after 2 flags and 3 finals appearances.
Brutal club, the Carlton Football Club, Sam.
Brutal club. Well, Wolsey was your first coach,
Yep.
and you had a lot of success.
Yeah, well, I played in my first 2 years. I played in 2 grand finals. I mean, I just like my coaches. They could be the worst coach ever, but I'll play for you and I'll be loyal to the death for them. And Robert Walls, he's exactly what I needed, because I had to grow up quickly. I was a skinny kid when I got here. I was 85 kilos when I got here, and after 1 year, he said, "You got to get bigger. You got to play centre forward against Glendinning and Phillips and these big guys." And a year later, I was 100 kilos. So he got me going. He really rode me harder than I've ever been ridden in my life. I'll never forget Robert Walls. He's a close mate of mine now. He's in France at the moment. He sent me nice. He couldn't make the 150th. He sent me a really nice note, because he was, he's a huge part of our footy club. And to win a flag for him, he made me captain in the next year. And to win a flag with him was, you don't forget those things either.
And then Jezza came.
And then Jezza came, and Jez was good on Geordie's time. It was a different training, Sam. If you won, you went out for kick and relax. But if you lost, he threw the footies away and said, "Boys, go to the point post. We're doing some 400s."
Isn't that the best thing about football?
Yeah, there's there's 3 different guys there, and I enjoyed all of them.
And all premiership coaches for
Carlton. Yeah, and that's you're up in the lights doing that stuff.
I will do some word association with some of your old teammates. Ken Hunter.
Beautiful man, Blue. I lived with Ken Hunter when I first came over, and what an absolute gentleman. He's very good to me. Looked after me. We go and play golf on Sundays, drinking cans sometimes.
What's it like being a housemate of Ken Hunter?
Oh, love it. It's quiet. He's a nice man. What a player. Wow. What a player. I played in the 87 flag with him, and he was up forward with me in those days. He moved from the back half then, and he was in the twilight of his years, but in the 87 grand final, he was outstanding.
Was there ever a time when you were living with Ken Hunter when he was washing and you were drying?
I don't think so. What a great dishwasher. If you didn't have a dishwasher, I wasn't moving in. Jimmy said, "Come over a couple of weeks, Sticks." This is January 86, and I stayed 2 years.
You lived with Jimmy
I've been Jimmy Buck for 2 years now. You said to me, what did I learn? Well, I learned a lot in those first 2 years. We had the best time, and no problems. Had jockeys. Greg Hall would come and wake me up at 6 o'clock every morning after track work, having breakfast. I don't know how I was playing footy in those days, but very funny days, and had a great 2 years at Bucks. A very close friend of mine to this day.
I'll go to the 95 team. Earl Spalding.
He played a major role in winning the flag in 95, and to come from Melbourne, he was one of those big hard blokes we needed. And I'll never forget the half forward line of the 95 grand final. 3 blokes from other clubs, Claphay, Spalding and Rice. And they were all hard nuts. And Spalding was just exactly what our club needed. Big, tough, hard. Good man, and Spalding was a very good player off the field as well. Let's make no error about that. We had some good ones, and he was right up there.
Maybe it might be easier for me to ask, was there anyone that was no good off the field back in those days, Six? Was there anyone? What about, all right, let's get to your hair.
Yes, look, that's speaking of issues.
I defend the hair. All right, I'll get a couple of...
We going back the mullet or the grey, or what are we talking about?
Nothing wrong with grey hair. Ask anyone who's bald. That's an old line. But the mullet you had for a long time.
Yep.
Fine, there was a different time.
Sam, I wasn't on my own. In fairness to me, I'm not trying to say it was good or bad, but there were a few others that had them. Maybe not to my stupid look.
Probably none as memorable as yours, those sticks.
I remember running, it used to... Darth Vader, that used to bounce off, you've seen the shadows bouncing off his shoulders, the short front and back, and not a good look. Terrible look, the 80s.
When did you find, I'm not judging, I'm not saying but when did you say it's time to change?
When I finished playing, it gradually started to get a bit short, and one day a lady, she just sort of moved it up without me knowing, so she moved up. Gary Ayres' mullet was horrendous. Greg Anderson, Tony Antrobus. There were some horrific mullets out there.
You ever get together?
We should have a dinner together a bit. I'm happy to be in the All Australian team for mullets of that era. I think I've earned that right, and so have a few others are. That's all I'm saying.
I don't want to preempt anything if that happens, but you will be in the leadership group.
Yeah, thank you.
If that happens. Hey, I got one last thing. True or false?
Yeah.
Your voice broke when you were 5.
Probably about 3, I think.
Thank you.
Do you know, Sam, I hear myself, I don't know, hear a replay or something, I hear myself talking and I just got to walk out of the room.
Why? I find it quite a soothing. I found this a soothing experience.
Now, Sam, you don't have to play this, but I just want to add, I can't believe I just had an interview with you and we had a laugh about everything, and you did not once mention stand by your man or kicking out the full against Essendon.
I'm better than that. I'm better than that, Sticks. I'm better than that.
Oh, that's funny.
There you go. So that must be your greatest interview ever then.
That's the greatest interview ever.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sam Punk.
Thank
the
you,
Carlton
Steve.
man forever.
Thank you, Stephen Kernahan.